Hello, test one. Hello, test 1 2. Test 1 2. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, hello and welcome to this is the last day of the Australian Fencing Championships, Australian Fencing Circuit number one, the D.H. Mackenzie. You join us here at the start of the first of the men's foil semi-finals between Sholto Douglas of New South Wales and Ned Fitzgerald of Victoria. It's been quite an eventful day in the men's foil, one of the youngest and hottest, I guess I would say, up-and-coming weapons. And one of those hot young up-and-comers is Jesse Morris.
Hi guys.
Who, recently came back from a tour of the World Cups overseas and has been climbing through the ranks. So Jesse, how's your comp gone today?
Look, it started off quite well. It's good bound pulls, good first two rounds, and then had a disappointing match in the 16. Could have fenced better, made a couple of mistakes, but you know, important lessons to take away from that, and just improve for next time, I guess.
Oh, fair enough. Well, Jesse, for those of you who don't know, has been quite active on YouTube himself, posting a lot of content and getting quite popular using to popularize the sport as Sholto takes
a lovely parry riposte, just drawing Ned in there, taking parry and card, and lovely riposte to the chest.
And Ned replies in kind again with that attack and preparation being parried there. If you hear some noise behind us, it's the women's épée event, another one of our strongest events in Australia, is just taking place on the coloured piece behind us. So I apologise for any extra noise there. But yeah, Jesse, you've got a name for yourself.
Yeah, a little bit. I made a couple of compilation videos taking different clips from international events, and I've got a couple of videos, you know, that have gone quite popular, spread around on social media, a few 100,000 views on them. So
it's been good, and Sholto there with a long attack coming through.
Is Ned trying to close? They're trying to close the distance. Sholto just finishing nicely to his left shoulder. See, it's pretty evenly matched at the moment. Both of them just trying to work out the distance, and a lovely counter parry riposte from Ned there.
Just an interesting side note, both these guys made 16s at Asian Championships, I'm pretty sure. So Ned making a 16 at the Senior Asian Championships last year, and Sholto with his 8 and then a 16 this year.
Yes, they have both made 16s, and Sholto has made an 8.
In terms of Australian rules as well, this is actually our semi-finals and final today, or our semi-finals at least, should I say, are the exact same draw and exact same people that we had in the Australian Fencing Circuit number 2, the Robin Chaplin tournament last year.
I didn't know that.
It's pretty freaky.
That's fun fact.
Same matchup. We have Ned finding the parry riposte again in preparation, but this time Sholto managing to find the counter parry, and he closes distance. No touch will be awarded there, and Sholto will be getting a yellow card for core on core to avoid the touch there. So it's a very, very close bout here, and Sholto traditionally coming out on top or historically coming out on top.
Historically, yeah, against Ned.
With bouts in the 4.
And there's been a lot of them. Many bouts. These two have met many times.
So it'll be interesting to see what both these fencers come up with.
And a lovely attack on blade there from Sholto, who seems to be using the same tactic to attack in preparation against Ned. It's only worked a few times, but he is leading 4-3.
It'll be interesting to see how Sholto changes his game up here, because Ned is quite a streak actually, coming off a 32 championships this year. Kyosuke Matsuyama, Sholto Douglas going out to Hoshiya Saito, and Ned going out to the eventual junior world champion Takahiro Shikine. So a little bit of a rivalry there forming between the Australian and Japanese fencers. And Sholto there with a stop touch, landing off target on the arm.
Trying to draw Ned's long attack, and
Ned finds the parry, doesn't find the riposte, and the remise goes through. Wow, one light there. Ned just questioning that call, but
there's only one light, so couldn't do much.
And Ned in the preparation there, Sholto manages to come through, starts to attack as Ned pulls his hand back.
Trying to do that kind of hit a couple of times now, but only just managed to find the timing there. Goes to a 3-hit lead. Slow approach from Sholto. Nice long attack from Ned.
Takes over at the right time, wearing Sholto's pause. Sholto unable to find the distance there.
Yeah. Riposte given, counter parry riposte. Give it to Ned. Bit of a scrap there, but the final action was Ned's. Landing off target there, Sholto. Again, drawing the counter attack and finishing under his arm. And one life for Sholto. Both of them start at the same time.
Just had some few issues with our streaming software here. This of course being a beta test for our live streaming for the future. Looks like we're going well. Sholto there fixing up his blade. Sholto also has a bit of a history of destroying his weapons. He's slightly unconventional way of hitting.
Which gives his blades a permanent S-bend.
Jesse, you would know Jesse, of course, probably in the main competition, I would say, for Sholto with the younger generations of Earl Spencers.
I wouldn't say I'd call Sholto in the older generation, but yes.
And Sholto missing the attack and prep. Missing the attack and prep there, and Ned finishing the attack. Bringing the score back to 7-6. And the long attack there from Sholto landing off target on the leg.
Same attack there by Sholto, unfortunately missing.
And Ned manages to tie the score up now. It's 7-all. And again, the long attack from Sholto, unfortunately landing off target there.
Here, the women's epee is getting pretty intense behind us.
This time, the long attack from Ned coming through, and Ned takes the lead in this bout for the first time, 8-7. So at this stage, both fencers really do seem to have each other's measure quite well here. There's quite a long exchange there. And Ned goes for long attack, Sholto managing to find the counter attack and locking out the blade, scoring one light to take it back up to 8-all. Shelto having fixed the blade here. We'll start the attack.
Oh, Shelto managing to, even though I had a bit much of a big stab, managed to pull his arm back and finish underneath the arm. Bit of an unconventional finish there, but gets the light up. I think we're going to see the two fences wind down. 5 seconds to go.
I'm going to go into 1 minute break there, and I will rejoin you.
At the moment, I think both fences have each other's measure quite well, almost hitting each other 1 point each side, and so they're pretty evenly matched. I think it's really good as we especially get into the end towards this bout. Towards this is almost 5 hits left in this bout, and it's coming towards the close, and I think any change the fences make is going to be really important to see if the other can respond likewise. So
I promise my commentary won't be as biased as my refereeing is.
his refereeing isn't biased, I swear.
Sorry, I'm not refereeing, my coaching.
His coaching is biased, it's meant to be biased.
That's true. Yeah,
Otherwise, you'd be a very bad coach.
Okay, and we go into our second period of 3. This semi-final bout with Shelto leading 9-8. I think Jesse's going to go leave our commentary team just for a little bit to go coach Shelto, and I'll be joined now by our resident colour commentator William Bishop, having just had some success with one of his students in the senior women's FA division.
Oh, I'm excited.
Shelto here is starting to play a different approach, like I told him to, as his coach, and both of the fences closing distance.
Both very definitely not paying attention to anything you told us. But that's the point. That's nice.
That was a nice point there. The touch awarded. The referee here, Derek Conn, decided that there wasn't core on core, so the touch is allowed to continue.
Ned going to be looking to push, but
And he finds the blade, but Shelto pushes through with that counter attack and one light off target.
plenty of time left in the bout. I would assume that Ned will pressure, but he won't be doing anything too rash just yet.
Well, both these fences do know each other so well. They will, the number of national level finals that have occurred through cadets and juniors, and as well as seniors, from these two, it's really quite something. So
Some incredible matches.
Shelto here holding the blade and coming through aggressively, landing off target there. So Will as well, a bit of an aspiring foiler, having competed in the men's foil event today. How was that, Will? How did you go?
Oh, it's great. Lost 8-4 in the 32. Nothing like reducing the fine art of foil to just another FA match. Really dragging down the quality, but thankfully we've got Shelto and Ned to lift it.
How it's done.
Yeah. Shelto fence me in pools earlier today, and
Shelto once again getting suckered in by that para post from Ned as the attacks in the preparation, and Ned brings the lead back down to 1 point. So let's see what happens now.
And there's a lot of Shelto. He has a lot of limb, and he's got a beautiful para post there.
He scores with the car para post, once again drawing out the finish of Ned's long attack there. And back up to 2 points, and now that lead starts to really make a huge difference. There's 1 or 2 points in foil. May not seem like a lot, but the less points you have in it, the more difficult it is. And Shelto there not being awarded that punch that time, as they had made core on core, which is the body contact. And once again, Ned finding the time to hit as Shelto passes, but landing off target there.
Well, he's feisty today as Ned. He's getting a lot of body on body. Normally a bit more of a distance fencer.
Yeah, they're both very controlled, very smart fences. So it's a very close bout here. In fact, and Ned managing to find a beautiful parry, but missing the riposte as Shelto closes the distance there. So
went for the razzle, did not have the dazzle there.
Now Now with 3 points in this, it starts to become a lot more pressure on Ned to finish up. So he's starting to play a very pressure game, but with the quality of Sholto's defense and his tendency to score it, he needs to be able to attack on the blade through there, as Kirill decides to walk straight in front of the stream and block it off for no apparently good reason. But Ned there doing exactly what he needs to, putting the pressure on and finding the time for the blade.
Straight into his prep goes Sholto.
But
have some, he says.
Ned there maybe getting his timing a little bit wrong, and it is starting to get very, very close here as Sholto lands off target. And yeah, Ned seems to be has the right idea, trying to keep Sholto away, using a lot of that blade contact, but Sholto obviously using his disengagements to avoid and sneaking through. Sholto playing a slightly different game, aggressive, and the counter attack from Ned goes through. Sholto missing underneath the flank there. 2 points in this bout as Sholto looks to progress to the gold medal bout here and the men's foil event, the State Fencing Center.
And
at that time, Sholto once again going into prep and getting caught with that card parry by Ned. Seems to be
Sholto really starting to play into Ned's game plan at the moment.
Really is. And that time the preparation from Sholto and the attack goes through from Ned, and the scores are now tied up at 13 or just 2 points in this bout.
Crowd's starting to get into it as well.
It is.
They're a feisty crowd, they're an angry crowd.
This is a bit of a classic matchup. We've seen this many a time, and we're going to see what happens. It's coming here all the way down to the wire here. And that time, Ned finding the blade, Sholto finding the counter parry and scoring the riposte to take him to 14-13.
Nice.
It's 1 point away, and now all the pressure is on Ned. Like we said yesterday with under-23 women's epee, it is now Ned has to play his game absolutely perfectly. And we're going to see what happens here. Both fencers being very patient. Ned knowing he has lots of time left. Still has 6 minutes plus all the 50 seconds left.
Sholto looking to finish it, pushing. Here comes, coming back.
Ned's very careful in the long attack.
Here we go.
That's failed, so now Sholto with the chance to attack back.
Look for the attack into prep here.
And he's looking, he's trying to
he's taking it.
But Ned finds the time. Doing what Sholto wanted, but Sholto still not able to finish.
14-all. This is going down to the wire.
It is 1 point. I don't think
great show. I love the wire.
I'll be honest. I'm not as good as Breaking Bad, but I don't think they're going to go to the time limit here. I think we're going to find a one light. Someone's going to score here, and well, I coach Sholto here, so I'm hoping it's Sholto, but could be anyone. And Ned with an off-target light, and the crowd are really following this.
As the unbiased commentator here, I look forward to a magnificent hit here, and
the tension is really growing. You'd cut it with a rusty butter knife.
Don't use rusty butter knives, Simon. It's just unsavory.
Ned's coming forward, looking to bait out the finish.
Here comes Ned. Here he goes. He's going. He's taking the parry. Smashing through.
Ned going for the revive. Sholto with a parry riposte.
Give him a golf clap.
Absolutely fantastic bout from these two fencers. An amazing show of sportsmanship there. These two, of course, knowing each other very well. Almost just another day at work for these two. So congratulations to Ned, obviously there for his bronze medal match. As Jesse Morris, our other commentator, goes to congratulate him. And now we have our second semi-final. Edward Ronaville of New South Wales against Lucas Weber.
I believe it's actually pronounced Edouard Reneville, but I could be incorrect. And a chair being carried across the stream there by Alistair Dunham, man of the people, man without shoes.
And Ed Ronaville, of course, from Wales, facing off against the reigning, defending, undisputed Open men's foil champion of Australia,
affectionately known as Rat Boy to his friends, to his family, and occasionally to people who have never met him.
And those of you who were watching our stream yesterday would, of course, remember Lucas Weber as our resident short guy. So height playing a bit of a less of a factor in
apparently not so strong on the bench press, but let's see if he can lift the weight of expectations off his shoulders in this one. Edouard having pulled out an incredible bout with Lucas at AFC 2 last year in Adelaide in the semi-finals, and I look forward to a repeat of that. Big comeback in that one before Lucas walked out the victor there.
So
a bit of concern as Lucas appears to be half dressed on the strip. not
That
the
is
first
a
time
yellow
that's happened.
cardable offence.
It is. I feel we may see a little bit of lenience here. Rob de Pascal clearly paying attention to the commentary.
And Ed Ronaville here, fairly new on the scene, having moved to Australia for work, and raising his family here, coming back to fencing and making an impact as well. His first competition.
A
This
total
was actually
impact,
AFC. This match last year, AFC 2, as our semi-final winner Shelter Douglas comes over.
He's a handsome man, as Shoulder Douglas,
And he's,
but he
standing
is
in the
blocking
stream.
the view of
The feast.
the final.
But yes, this matchup, the exact same matchup as was the other one of the other semi-final of AFC 2 last year, which was Ed Ronaville's debut competition. And since then, he really has made his presence felt here. Has the
Suffered horribly from cramp in that semi-final.
He did,
but
unfortunately. But
let's
Lucas
see,
with a bit
Lucas,
of very
ooh,
trademark Lucas attack there.
an arm
forward.
well back.
But of course, in foil, the hand being back doesn't have as much of an effect, provided the movement is still forward. So Lucas being awarded that attack there off target, and we'll see how Edward comes through and manages to deal with that unorthodox style of Lucas. The score, of course, last time 15-11, a close bout. But as we said, Ed suffering from cramps through the mid phase of that bout, as he finds the blade, but misses with that riposte. And Ed now having the chance to return the attack. Very patient, very measured. Now I don't think neither fencer are willing to expose themselves too much, both trying to find out what the other fencer likes. Ed trying to go for that counter attack, having obviously scoped out that pullback attack. Throwing Lucas's finish and then returning with an attack of his own off target.
Clearly not Ed Ronaville's first rodeo here.
No.
He knows Lucas quite well.
They faced each other quite a few times since his debut at AFC 2 last year. And Shelter Douglas.
Beautiful close-up. And a beautiful lunge there as well.
Lucas managing to find the time to finish that attack. And it does seem like Lucas does want to push through with this. Lucas, of course, we'll see how he holds up because, as we were saying, Ed was cramping, but Lucas unfortunately injuring himself at the teams event in Wuxi in the most recent Asian Championships. And he's been working a lot with our Australian team physio, Murray Thompson there. So it looks like he's back in form. He was fighting real hard against New South Wales and Sam Moody Grant. Very, very tough.
He's looking very fired up today as well. He's been very... Sometimes you see Lucas get a bit edgy, a bit toey, but today he looks balanced, very settled.
He looks ready to fight, he does today, and he's got his game plan on. He doesn't look like there's too much pain from that back, so getting a bit frustrated there. Counter attack coming through.
Great throw.
Finding the distance and stretching his lead out to 2-0. Ed Ronaville not yet going off the ground, but as you know, Ed quite well known on the Australian circuit for his amazing speed and really good precision. So
and his accent.
Well, I'm sure Will won't trouble us with his impersonation of a Frenchman because that would be slightly offensive now, wouldn't it, Will?
Wouldn't know anything about that. I've been renowned for my tolerance of other countries. Moving to Australia, in fact, surely tolerating a bit too much.
And once again, as we saw yesterday, the piece going live.
Bit of a problem.
It's not as much of an issue with the men's foil or foil in general because obviously the piece scoring an off target, not a coloured light there. So even if they do hit the piece on the attack, they can't actually score a touch. But regardless,
Prepare for another Shelter Douglas close up. There we go. Moving like Jaws. He's straight through, and we're back on.
Shelter does have a final to focus on, and they'll be paying close attention to this bout, I think, to see what both defences are doing to try to prepare himself for the final.
Lucas looking for the blade and backing up.
Play defence. I think we're going to see
attacking to prep. Here we go. There we go.
And the counter attack coming through again with that Steve moving his body out of the way. And Ed Ronaville seems to be moving
a little flat.
Yeah, a little bit slow, a little bit flat. And now playing the defensive. And Lucas once again sneaking through with the finish of that attack.
Just getting the tip on. Barely would have been and catching the Lame there. But distance.
That's all you need. That's all you need. 500 grams, and Ed started to play a much more aggressive game here, trying to figure out what.
And Ronaville flicking towards the foot. I'm not sure if you're aware, but that is not a point in foil.
And Ed hitting off target on Lucas's leg as he goes for the parry.
Tell him so, but he doesn't listen.
Good point there.
Oh, and Lucas coming together, one light.
And Lucas extends his lead up to
Edward.
4-0.
If I was Edward, I would be taking a bit of a walk, bit of a breather.
So would I take a little bit of time to come back, compose yourself, think about your game plan, reevaluate. Ed Ronaville, obviously, the Lucas is senior here, obviously no stranger to the world of competitive fencing, obviously.
Lucas, of course, running for his third consecutive AFC 1 title as well, winning 2 years ago in Melbourne and last year in Brisbane.
Well, Lucas as well, don't forget, having won 3 of the 4 Australian competitions last year.
My
in men's
word.
foil, being
What a record.
not only the reigning defending undisputed Open men's foil champion of Australia, but also the winner of, as we said, AFC 1 last year and AFC 2. So the only competition he didn't win was AFC 3 last year. So he does have quite a reputation to maintain, as we had said before. Lucas, being reigning defending champion, is also ranked number 1 as a result of those 3 wins.
Seems odd since I believe Sholto was ranked number 1 coming into today.
He was, but they are actually on equal points. Oh, are they?
I believe they may be on equal points
I
then.
thought they were on equal points, but it may be
Confusion
different.
reigning in the commentary box.
It may have changed as Sholto was equal with Ned, having had a top 8 result at the Asian Championships last year. But
16
now
this
Sholto
year.
dropping to the 16, but Lucas also dropping from the 32 to the 64, and Lucas changing it up there, having this time the arm coming out very early after the beat attack.
Slightly
And-
ungainly flesh, but
very,
they all
very-
count eventually.
Yeah, and a very, very good change of tactic, change of pace there from Lucas.
Good, really looking to push the tempo a little more here.
I think Ed really does need to figure out his tactic, and Lucas there once again with that very quick extension of the arm. And Ed unable to move away quite fast enough, and it does seem like Lucas is all over this bout. And Ed there showing off his incredible speed, keeping up, but maybe getting a little bit tired.
I think he needs to push it a bit more. I think really stay on that front foot.
I think he's.
And there we go.
There goes the long attack coming through.
Oh,
As he
getting
pushes-
right up in his face as well.
a
Bit
little
of
bit slow.
how's your father? Lucas replies that he's pretty good. He's doing the veteran men's épée as we speak.
And in the preparation there from Ed Ronaville coming forward, and Lucas finding the right time to finish the attack, taking the lead back up to 6 points again. Lucas really seeming to have the measure of this bout. Ed maybe looking a little bit tired, a little bit unfit, as he hasn't been training as much. He is a father now.
That's true. Takes a lot of time out of you. Same can't be said for me. I love fitness.
Looking a little bit sheepish there, William. And not just because you're a New Zealander.
Oh, and a solid elbow.
There.
Crikey, on your bikey.
Lucas obviously thinking that he belongs to the MMA world for a brief period of time.
Right arm, hospital, left arm, symmetry there.
Golly me, and they'll go to the break here with 1 second left.
You think so? And they do.
And they do. Lucas leading 6-8 after that. Looking for the knockout in the first round.
A little bit of passion coming in here, and I think
maybe in a reply to the slightly aggressive vocals. Wouldn't be surprised.
Yes.
It's tit for tat, but in the end, all in all, it is a fight, and you do have to. The combat sport, we're looking to beat your opponent down.
both fences appearing to disappear off screen. I will assure the viewers at home that they are in fact still here, but just a little bit out. Having said, the referee's looking very good today. I'm liking the blazer and pants combination here.
From Mr.
Not so
Derek
sure.
Cotton.
Oh, absolutely. Not so sure about the tie colour, but
I think,
I would have gone with the blue. What about you, Simon?
I think for Mr. Khan, it looks good on him. It suits him. However, Rob's tie leaves a little bit to be desired.
Oh.
However, Rob, I guess, can't complain as his student seems to be making his way to the final, and Rob also with three of the current four Australian men's foil team members. So
One of them is
Ginger.
Well, I wasn't going to say ginger. I was going to say of a more colourful hue in the hair. Matt Foster.
And Lucas
Great
there
fence, too.
swapping back to that delayed attack with the arm, pulling the arm back before finishing, unfortunately landing off target.
Our commentary about to be interrupted by Sam Lau. Horrible man, knocked me out today.
And as they cross over, either man managing to find the point. See what happens. Former Australian Commonwealth representative Feng Yang crosses our stream there. And once again with that counter attack is Lucas, unfortunately this time off target and a bit of a hard hit. Ed Ronneville taking a little bit of time to compose himself.
Oh, get up, you sook.
A bit of time to compose himself, and we're back into it. Now, I think what Ed will be looking for this time will be to draw out that counter attack and really find a time to finish either underneath the arm or to finish early before the counter attack can go through.
Lucas, when he goes into prep, is giving Edward very little to work with. And there again, just
That time,
shifting the body.
You can see Ed there trying to finish under the arm, but Lucas being a little bit too quick, moving his body away and not managing to find his
Rat-like agility, living up to his nickname. Will Bishop being called away, that's me, being called away to do some coaching. Goodbye, everybody.
And Bishop will return to us in a second as Lucas, again with a counter attack landing off target there. And it does seem like Ed Ronneville is pushing hard, but maybe not able to find the tempo that he needs. Seems like he's rushing a little bit as he's been running out of options. It seems like every option that Ed has tried so far, Lucas has found an answer to. Getting a little bit frustrated there, letting out a couple of words of emotion. And Lucas, Ed finding the parry there as Lucas comes in, but unfortunately unable to land the riposte on target. So score stays at 9-2. Very, very fast-paced bout here as Ed has looked to push it up, but Lucas having the answer for that as well, just picking the pace up himself. And as the pace increases, it seems like it's much harder for both fences to actually find the target, as you see there, Lucas with the flash and Ed managed to pick up the parry, but again unable to find the riposte. And that really is starting to punish the Frenchman here, as he's had a lot of opportunities, unable to convert them into points, and again finding the right time, going through, passing the parry, but again hitting off target. So it's getting to starting to maybe get to the desperation stage for Ed Ronneville. And this time managed to just come through, past the parry, and Ed gets his third point of this bout. And Lucas coming forward on the slow attack, taking the blade. Both fences passing each other, no touch given. Derek Carter in charge of this bout holds it. And this time Ed Ronneville with the attack, coming forward as Lucas comes forward in preparation and stops. And Lucas questioned that call, but Derek awarding the point, and just 5 points in this now. Ed Ronneville, as he seems to have found a bit more of his rhythm. This time it's Ed with the counter attack as Lucas takes the blade. And Lucas being awarded a red card here for core on core to avoid the touch, which means it will be a touch to Ed Ronneville. So it takes the gap down to 3. So that was a yellow card there, but Lucas, having already received a yellow card for core on core, does progress to a red card in this bout. So now just 3 points in this, maybe a lucky break there for Ed. Let's see what happens now, what comes out of this bout. He just manages to find the parry there and comes out of the gates with a nice slow attack. He's looking to bait that counter attack, he does, he finds the blade and finishes, taking his lead back up to 10-5. 5 points in this, with only 5 points left to go for Lucas to progress to the final, and it looks like a little bit too little too late scenario for Ed Ronneville here. And once again, Lucas finding the blade, but as he pulls his hand back, and Ed Ronneville comes in the preparation. Touch of water, 4 points in this now. And Lucas that time avoiding the parry. And it really does seem that even going point for point, with only 4 points left in this, Lucas does seem to be well on his way to progressing to the gold medal bout, as again he pulls the hand back. Ed looking at the clock there, maybe in frustration, as he sees that he does have a lot of time left in this bout. Haven't even gone to past the first break yet. Or the second break yet, should I say. And Lucas seeming to get a little bit fired up here. He takes his lead up to 13-6 with that counter attack. Oh, is Lucas here? I keep putting the pressure on. And again, the stop touch. Landing, and Lucas now just 1 point away from progressing the gold medal bout here at the D.H. Mackenzie Open Men's Foil event. He comes in, both the attacks are together, both hit off target, no touch awarded. And Lucas there, cutting off the back of the strip. Doing his best to keep 1 foot on as he goes back into the splits and loses balance, but off target, so no harm done there. And in the preparation, Ed Ronneville coming in, scoring another one back. But at 7-14, I don't think it'll be enough. Ed will have to fence an incredibly good bout to pull it back from here. I think it is just about all over as Ed comes forward off target, getting very frustrated here. A lot of opportunities, but unable to convert them into points, and that is in the end what counts. So, and Ed Ronneville in preparation there, managing to come through and kicks another one back. 8-14 here. So we'll see what happens. Start again, Lucas, this time again on the defensive. I reckon we'll look for another counter attack here, although parry riposte is off target from Lucas. So obviously changing up from his established patterns. Let's see what happens. Lucas now coming out in the attack. And having to be ready for both that fast attack and the pullback. As he does the pullback, we'll see here. And Lucas will be awarded another red card here for running again into his opponent. Repeated jostling is a cardinal offense. Another yellow results in another red. 6 points in this, but again. So now Lucas playing defensive game. And with the counter attack, finishes the bout out at 15-9. So there will now be a 10-minute break again as we wait for our final. And I welcome you to join us in 10 minutes for the final bout between Lucas Weber and Sholto Douglas. Pardon? I might get Bish back. Or if you and Bish want to commentate for the final, I'll coach. Can you deal with Bish though?
Not as well as you guys.
Alright, can you coach? I don't think Sholto needs that much coaching for the final. Yeah, like honestly, Okay, and welcome back as our referee and assessors sit on the podium there, wanting their gold medal apparently for
The best dressed.
best dressed. Blazer and jacket combo, blazer and pants combo, and look at that simultaneous movement. They have practiced.
They've done it
that.
well
That is
here.
synchronized to a T. As I think Derek just getting the fences to swap sides there, and I apologize for the excess noise of Emily Marotta there speaking over the middle of our stream. She seems to enjoy the sound of her own voice a little bit too much, even when talking directly at her. She seems like nothing is able to be heard over the sound of her voice.
Lucas looking very fired up. I have to
Very
admit I
fired
missed
up
the end of it.
and, Lana
Simon,
is very
summarise for
down.
me and the viewers at home.
Basically, it seemed like Ed, for those of you who weren't able to watch, Ed Roneville was defeated by Lucas in the semi-final. And Emily there looking to cross our stream as well.
Never cross the streams, Emily. Never
not
cross
only
the streams.
talking all over
Watch your
our
Ghostbusters.
commentary, but yeah, Lucas really taking the fire and taking the game to Ed, managing to come through with a lot of really nice touches. And Ed, although he was able to break through some of Lucas's defense, not able to turn his opportunities into points there, and getting a little bit frustrated. Quite a competitive bout there.
Captivatingly put, Simon. Sholto looking really very limmy, a lot of limb. King of limbs, one might say. Album, firstly by Radiohead, and also Sholto soon to prove
Sholto here looking
if he can fence. And he
Sholto.
can, that's a good start.
Sholto using his counter attack, turning it to a parry as he takes the distance to defeat that into long attack. But both fences playing a very careful game there. Sholto finishing nice and controlled. Nice and slow. And no harm done yet, except for maybe to Sholto's blade. Seems to be a bit of a recurring pattern here for Sholto, not being able to hit correctly, but no matter. Doesn't matter how you hit, as long as you do.
And he does!
Sholto there finding the time to go in through Lucas's preparation of the counter-attack lockout. And Lucas now will be looking to, I think we'll start to see some of that really fast hit
Oh,
attack.
he's looking to stretch that lunge out, and he
Especially as Lucas misses with that delayed attack. I think we'll now start to see some more of a aggression on the blade by Lucas. That very fast extension after that take of the blade to see if we can come through before Sholto's able to run
clearly
away
been
with
listening
it.
to his Michael Jackson, because he is looking to beat it.
Well,
References
Phrasing.
and tunes all the way through here.
and
Sholto
Lucas
in on the
coming
blade,
forward, stopping the
nicely
first
done.
action, and Sholto being Lucas coming forward, stopping the first action, and Lucas being punished there forward, coming a little bit too close, and Sholto sneaking away to a 3-0 lead earlier this bout, and
no,
to a
nicely
perfect
done.
4-0 lead as he comes in the preparation once more. Lucas not managing to find the blade in preparation, obviously understanding that it wasn't his priority, but failing to find that parry there. So we're going to see Lucas is really going to have to fire up hard here if he wants to come back into this, but Lucas
And there we
can,
go.
and he does.
Straight in on the lunge.
Finding
Get him,
the time
son.
for that long attack, and
And partial commentary coming through from
William Bishop. And Sholto now playing much more controlled game, looking for that blade, and sneaking through the
beautifully.
remise there as he lets Lucas take the blade, and as Lucas continues to move the blade around, Sholto comes through before Lucas able to remise. Sorry, before Lucas able to riposte,
and then
that time there, amazing.
missed the parry.
Well, amazing control of distance there by Lucas, though, even missing the parry on the counter attack, controlling his distance and stopping out of it
Oh,
to ensure that
Lucas
Sholto,
going with a don't hurt me close down there.
and,
Give him a hug, Sholto. Give him a hug.
Sholto looking at Derek Cotton there, asking about the cards. Came into play quite prominently last match, but this time a red card to Lucas would result in a 4-point lead for Sholto, which is not something Lucas wants here. So a very different situation is Sholto to stay
I
in
don't want
command of this
to
bout.
judge Lucas's strategy. It's possible he may want Sholto to take a 4-point lead just to get that sense of confidence in.
And we're going to see what happens. And
Pulling 'em
Derek Cotton
together.
not managing to separate the remises.
Bit of action on the mask clip here. Simon just standing out for a second. Lucas looking tense. I wouldn't be surprised if he was going to launch an attack into prep here.
He's going to try to look for the counter.
And there we go, but Attack lands it.
Unable to find the timing on that counter attack, and Sholto stretches his lead out to 4 points here.
Just all falling into Lucas's 4-point plan here. And here we go. Starting the attack. There we go. Straight through. Straight into his gentleman's area, and that's not where you want to get hit.
And Sholto there looking to the referee, Derek Cotton there, asking for a red card, not awarded. And Sholto with the counter attack there, although Derek Cotton awarding the attacks together, as Lucas, although he started first, is coming forward with his hand backwards, which is not the attack, it's preparation in foil. So now Sholto with the long attack again, heavy on the blade. As Lucas moves in the preparation, Sholto finds a parry, but unable to find the riposte on target. Lands off, so no harm down there for Lucas, or Sholto really. And
you got to put your point on, and he's not doing it. Sholto, straight in.
Lucas missing that riposte, as Sholto really is trying to claw away to a 4-point.
A little bit of background noise here as Lucas comes up. Sholto taking the initiative now, coming forward. Lucas looking for the flick. No, that's not going to count, son.
Sholto very controlled, very balanced on the attack, but really having scouted that counter attack by Lucas and defeating it. Although he doesn't seem to have scouted his own counter attack, as Lucas comes through with his third touch with that long attack so far this match. He only scored 4, so seems to be the way to progress for Lucas. And this time Lucas, as he pulls his arm back, maybe preparing for that long attack, Sholto finding the right time to move in, taking the lead back up to 4 points.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful there.
Again, it's a very, very similar action, this time with a tiny addition to the blade from Sholto, just enough to frustrate that attack.
And just picking the time, this is beautiful
Sholto,
here.
having stretched his distance out a little bit, really takes his lead up to 6 points. This time, Sholto with the attack landing off target. It seems like maybe that very aggressive bout with Ed earlier, maybe he's tired Lucas out a little bit. Seems to be a little bit flat for...
and where did he get that from? That's insane.
Perfect second intention there from Sholto, letting Lucas take in the blade and then using his enormous height advantage.
Oh, he's huge.
He is Lucas standing at about 5'9" and Sholto standing at about 6'2", 6'3". So that is a large.
That's a lot of numbers. That's a lot of numbers, and I'm concerned for Lucas's safety. There's a lot of reach coming out of Sholto, and attack into prep. Go on.
Sholto finding the blade for the parry, but missing the riposte. And Lucas coming up to 5 here. Lead of just 6. Trailing by just 6 hits. So that's a third of a bout, and in the preparation from Lucas, Sholto once again coming out as Lucas pulls his arm back. Lucas asking to change weapon here, and looks like he'll change weapon based on the tip being sticky.
The referee looking to take his weapon off him, I'd assume. No change of weapon.
No change of weapon
us all.
apparently.
All 2 of us, and Lucas will
keep fencing with that weapon.
Yeah.
So
I think more of a problem with distance than with the weapon there. Lucas might need to focus on his fencing, and that's not what he's doing. Here comes the lunge.
Coming through. And I do think maybe, as fencers tend to do, try to find a little excuse for a break there to recompose himself, but it might be too little too late as it was for
And I think it might be.
Absolutely picture perfect attack in preparation from Sholto. They're taking 1 point away from
Expecting an attack into prep
gold
here.
medal.
Here we go.
And
He takes them! Dios mío!
And an absolutely fantastic power riposte from Sholto there.
Beautiful.
Taking a very, very convincing win
The
here
king of limbs!
at the D.H. Mackenzie Open Men's Foil event here in Melbourne. An absolutely stellar performance by Lucas Weber too. Coming up to the silver medal. Coming up to the silver medal in this bout. And that will wrap things up for the men's foil event today, with all our podium members being here. And until later on, when we have our women's épée semi-final title, another very, very exciting bout. I'm sure we'll get some more commentary from our resident épée specialist, William Bishop.
Less than impressed with some of the results, but we'll see how the semi-finals turn out. Will Bishop signing off to go and talk to the DT.
And from all of us here at the D.H. Mackenzie, hope you have a wonderful day, and we'll see you soon.